I want to tell you a story about a girl who found her voice. This girl didn't understand much of the advice that she was given when she was growing up. It wasn't that she couldn't comprehend the lessons within the advice, treat others as you would want to be treated, take the high road, etc. No, her big heart fully understood that existing in this world meant loving others and going through difficulties. What she didn't understand was why the adults in her life were giving her such easy advice. Because a line of wisdom does little for a girl with a broken heart, but she just thought that was the way things were. And then she started realizing a lot of things as she was growing up, especially concerning women. She knew that the girls she had known since kindergarten were starting to throw up in the bathrooms because they hated the way their stomachs look. She knew that self-esteem was a quick blurb in a health class while girls cut themselves underneath desks. How beautiful it had been to grow up being told she could do anything, but wondering how big her thighs were at age 8. Yes, she realized she now knew a lot of things that left her unsettled to her core. And worst of all, it left her with no legs to stand on and nothing but self-hatred to give. But she kept getting the easy advice, the love yourself line from a corporate ad that was also designed to sell her a product. She looked to her friends and she saw them suffering, saw their eyes well up with tears after a morning on the scale. Magazines whispered to her day and night, telling her of all the things she could change. Be a little prettier meant be a little better. She'd be lying if she said she didn't diet at the age of 12, but it just seemed normal, While her dude friends, although they certainly have dealt with body image issues in their own ways, played out games outside like regular kids, she and her friends sat in circles to talk about what constituted the perfect body. Barbie. Yes. Maybe with a brain, though. They wanted it all. Because if you were beautiful, then you were somebody worth loving. She could go back now to visit that younger self. You can bet she'd tell her some things. She'd sit her down and ask her first, do you know it's not just you? Do you know that there is a silent epidemic that rises in the voices of girls as they walk past an advertisement that has been so photoshopped? The poor model looks like a liquid molten goddess that doesn't exist, and she burns into the eyes of the impressionable. That's a lie. But she thought she was alone, an alien in her struggle. And it wasn't until one afternoon when she found her little sister crying that she realized this issue was back in her own backyard again. She asked her sister, "What's wrong? Why are you crying?" Her sister told her of years spent in middle school and high school and the cruel words of others about her body, a story much like her own. Her sister hated her body, and she hated herself. And from this moment, this girl came away with a new mission. She wanted to hear other stories about other girls who were suffering in silence. She got an idea. She asked everyone she knew about it. She hoped and she prayed that 5 girls would respond to it. "Let's talk," she said. "Tell me your story, please. I'll take your picture." The response was explosive. From all corners of her community, she felt the spark of a revolution ignite. Girls who had suffered in silence, who had lost their voice, they got their power back together. They talked over coffee late in the night about the struggles they had met with on their journeys. And they knew that they could get their voices back from the girlhood that they lost and rise up as women ready to change the world. This is the story of Girl Warrior. This is the story of a community of love that is dedicated to empowering women. This is the story of a girl who realized that power is seeing all of yourself, but love is accepting all that you see. She knows that power and love together are the only things that create sustainable change. It is an everyday act of ordinary courage that requires strength and vulnerability to be seen. This story, this revelation, this revolution, this is my story. I will be a servant for women until the day that I die. I will rise up as a girl warrior who spreads love to everyone and everywhere she goes, because I've got my voice back. If you want to empower your community, then start with women. Empower women. Invest in the ambition of girls who grew up on easy advice and knew there was something more. This life is not easy, but it is worth it. I really hope you believe in the power of girls, because guess what, babe? We're starting a revolution, whether you're ready or not. Thank you.